Guess I forgot to test my mic before I came up. See if it was working. See that the camera is working, but until someone comes in, I don't know if the mic is working. Hopefully it is. Anyways, welcome tonight to Check Out the Rileys. Night, it is going on 9:30 p.m. here in the Philippines. Here in Mindanao, South Cotabato, Koronadal City. We're in town today. We're not at the farm. We were at the farm, but then came into town around lunchtime, I guess, 11 maybe. We had so much stuff to do, and we were just trying to get a lot of stuff done. Okay, a little bit of situation going on. Annie, sorry, forgetting the E. Annie, can you hear me? Tim, hello. Can you hear me? Okay. I forgot to check my mic before I came on, so I don't know if it's working. I don't see it. I'm not that great at doing these live stream things anyways, especially on StreamYard. But just trying to give it a shot tonight. My wife has been online all evening doing her classes, so she doesn't feel like joining in to this one, she said. So appreciate you guys coming, checking this out. I was going to do a premiere on a video of mine, Trash for Treasure. That will come later, maybe after this or in the morning. But appreciate you guys coming, checking this out. If you can hear me, can you give me a thumbs up? Tell me that you can hear me or something. I have a fan behind me, so I'm hoping it's not creating too much noise. You know, something I'm hoping I didn't get kicked off the line. When you're using your wife's laptop and you don't know what you're doing, it says I'm online. Okay, I'll trust it. Says you guys are still here, but see, there you go. That silly thing likes to hop. Yeah, somebody's internet is crappy, probably mine. I am in the Philippines, so it stays crappy. What about the fan? Is the fan making too much noise? I got you see the little mic deal. And I see my internet wants to load. I got hair in the face. Sorry. Hate when that happens. Got a wild hair that's out of control here somewhere. I can see it. All right. I know neither Annie or Tim, I know neither one of you have memberships available on your channel yet. You got to be monetized, etc., before you're able to opt into it. And what I'm trying to do is find out today people that know about it or have some type of idea um, what they do as far as their membership. We're thinking about doing it. Obviously, we're not trying to be the big ballers charging people a ton of money or anything, but I want to have it where it's fun. You know, if it ain't funny, it's not check out the Rileys. Yeah, chat with Mugs. Yeah, I seen Mugs doing it, and I seen one of her benefits, or they call them perks, is if you're a member, you get to. She does I don't know if it's a weekly or a monthly, um, where she just talks to the members. So like a live stream with just them. So that's kind of cool. So that might be one of the things that we offer. But you know, I don't typically have a ton of people on my LSs because I never schedule them ahead of time and none of that stuff anyway. So, but maybe if I did a membership, I'd schedule a live stream just for those people that was a member, and then set up a time and make sure that I have. Hey, expat, welcome. And make sure I have good internet and be able to talk to them. You know, there's different options, different things that you can offer and stuff, and I wanted to make it fun and not charge a lot. You know, it don't have to cost big bucks to be you know, because you guys are supporting us. I did find out it is official that YouTube is whatever the membership is, they get 30% of it, and you get 70%. So whatever the price is that I charge, you know, remember I'm getting 70% of that. So if I charge $1 for the membership, I'm getting 70 cents. So obviously 70 cents, I'm not going to auction off my underwear to nobody or shave my head. If you remember, I'm going to shave my head. For 99 cents. Yeah, private live stream. Yeah, that's what I seen from Mugs. I know Tropical Tim, he has membership. You know, I haven't really looked into the membership. You know, when it was first became available, you know, YT messaged us to try to get us to join it and stuff, but at the time we didn't even have time to read into it. So I've been watching our Journey, OMJ, if anybody's familiar with them, and they were talking about setting theirs up. So yeah, I don't want to cut my beard off. Not for $1, right? Now, if they give me a bunch of money, I might do it. There wouldn't be no little dollar. I haven't seen my chin in so long, I forgot what it looks like. I have to go back and look at pictures as a baby. Expat Prepper, we were talking today about getting that compost set up. We were trying to look, and if you don't mind me asking, did you put anything under your compost pile? We were thinking about, because we got all those trees around, I thought about setting one up, putting something down, and been building around it to create the compost pile, but I wanted it to be something where I can make it grow or whatever accordingly. So we've talked about that today and got the okay to set one up there at the farm. How long have you grown your beard? I started growing my beard. I did the November, no shave November, and that, not this past November, of course, but 4 years before that, I did the no shave November, and at the end of the November, you're supposed to cut it off or whatever, but my wife was like, I kind of like it. So I said, well, you just let me know when you don't like it and I'll shave it off. So expat prepper, you did not put anything underneath it. What I'm worried about is building my compost, but the trees and the stuff around it, drawing all the good stuff out of it before I even get to use it. No, do not put anything under the compost pile. So how do I prevent from the nutrients, etc., not getting sucked up from these trees? And should I put it in the sun or should I put it in the shade? Or mostly sunny, mostly shady? Because this just got approved today. I guess if I was thinking, I could invite people up too. I want to know, have you ever seen the rain? Everybody wants to come up and be up here on the screen with me, since I couldn't talk my wife into it. Yeah. Yeah, it's constantly getting refreshed. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Tim. Um, okay. Put it in the shade. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because with those trees that we have. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust everybody. Try to get in a comfortable place on the sofa. The palm oil trees that we have all over the farm. Yeah, come on up, expat. So those trees are notorious for draining all the good stuff out of the soil around it. So even my father-in-law didn't even want us to plant a little garden next to one of them unless we did some type of barrier, because it ended up sucking all the juices out of the plants. Here comes that expat. If anybody else like to come up, please come on down. How's it going, expat?
Pretty good. I just turned my aircon off so I could hear you better. Okay. Is my connection clear? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's pretty good so far.
Okay. Yeah, that's the least of your worries, about the nutrients being leached out of your compost pile. Okay. I mean, what you want to put it in the shade. Okay. And you want to put a layer of carbon down first, and that's anything like brown, dried up grass, dried up leaves, rice
Yeah,
hulls.
I have a
Carbonized
mango
rice hulls
tree
are really good.
that has a lot of leaves that have fell off and is underneath it. And they're all brown, laying on the ground there. And I thought, ah, man, that's where we'll start right there. I don't know if you've
If you
seen my
can
water tank video, but I was walking through all the brown leaves there.
Yeah, I saw that. If you can get your hands on some rice hulls, like from the rice mill, those hulls they throw away,
Right.
a lot of times they burn them. If you can get your hands on some of those, and they usually give them away,
Right.
you can make a cooker like out of a can, and you got to put like a smokestack. We just use that plain sheeting, the stuff they put around coconut trees. We used a piece of that rolled up with some tie wires around it, and put a hole in one of the big tin cans, that those fruits come in, the mixed fruits. You've seen the big cans. Yeah, we just I took a pair of tin snips and cut a hole in the top of it and made like a little smokestack. And then you take the rice hulls and you kind of bury the thing with a fire inside the can, and then you keep turning them like with a shovel or a pitchfork, and that can heats up super hot, and so does the pipe. And what you want to do, and it holds the heat in the stacked rice hulls, and it carbonizes them. You want to like burn them, not burn them up, just like turn them like into char cloth. Just kind of cook them like black color, and that will really help. You put that down, it's like pure carbon once you carbonize the rice hulls. And then if you can get your hands on some cow manure, that's considered green. Even though cow manure is black or brown, it's high in nitrogen. That's considered something green. So you put that on top of it.
What is cow manure? I've never heard of it. Is that a code word for
shit?
Okay. I figured it was a code word for something.
Yeah, cow manure, goat manure, horse manure.
Yeah, we got those. We got those two caribous there, and we got goats. So
when you lay that on top of the carbon and the nitrogen, there's a chemical reaction that starts breaking down. So you go like carbon, nitrogen, brown, green, like that. And then just try to keep it moist. You can throw a tarp over it, if you're like during the rainy season, if you're worried, about the nutrients being leached out of it. But I never do, it's just, it works great. I mean, you let that thing sit there and cook, it'll start heating up, for like a couple months, and you'll be surprised how quickly that turns to soil. And if you don't put anything like plastic down, the worms will come up from the soil and start eating on it also, and that'll help.
Okay, good. Yeah, what I was thinking was, I want to do a trial run and to see, how successful it is for me. So making a smaller one, I thought about just laying out some bricks, not mounting them or, doing anything to them, just kind of laying them out, just enough to have me a designated area where I can do this and try to do it, see how it goes, and then come up with something more, if it's going to be a permanent deal, if we can make it successful. So
you can even beat the time clock if you say, for example, you want to make some organic fertilizer. You could take like one of those plastic 50-gallon drums. They cut the top off of it.
Right.
You can throw a bunch of cow manure in that, and then throw some water in there, and then just like take a 2x4 or a piece of bamboo and give it a stir, every now and then, and throw a tarp over it. After about a couple weeks, you'll start making a tea. It'll start fermenting. You can throw weeds in there, everything, and it'll stink bad. So keep away from your house. And
that's what I was just thinking. Like, dang, now you got me moving it far.
The Koreans have been doing that for centuries. Making that type of fertilizer. So what you do, you dip out, like a half a bucket of that stuff, and then you mix it with clean water, like 10-1, and pour that on your garden or your plants or whatever. And it's really, really good fertilizer.
Sounds good. Yeah, Tim. So stir it around every once in a while is kind of what Tim was saying there. And then John Escape, hello. Was he yelling at me with those caps? Hello, John. How you doing, my friend? Yeah.
Yeah, I had some going like that. I even, my wife was massaging her mom's feet with Epsom salt, and how you put Epsom salt in water. And after she got done with it, she was getting ready to pour it out. I said, no, give me that. I need that. So I poured that in the fertilizer tank.
Right.
That's a nutrient that the plants use. I'm trying to think of the chemical for Epsom salt. It's on the tip of my tongue. Let me look it up. That bugs me. Hold on a minute. What is Epsom salt?
Asking Google.
Yeah.
According to Wikipedia, magnesium sulfate is a chemical compound,
magnesium
a salt with the
sulfate.
formula MgSO, consisting of
magnesium sulfate.
Good.
That's one of your micronutrients that plants require.
Cool. Failed Army, hey brother, how's life in the Philippines today? Hey, life in the Philippines today was pretty good. It got a little bit hot on me. But other than that, it was a good day. Thanks for asking. How about your place? I could probably find some stuff to gripe about the Philippines today, but I try not to. Right? Don't get me nowhere.
Yeah, it doesn't help. I learned that a long time ago.
Many years ago, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I tried to turn on the air con. We're here in town tonight, and I tried to turn on this air con here, and I could not get it to work. And I don't know if they've unhooked it or something, but yeah, hot. So I only got a fan.
Is it a window unit or is it one of them?
No, it's one of the. Yeah, it's a wall deal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Loading up the homestead. Yeah, so we were about to lay. I was trying to come up with something to put down, and then put stuff on top of it, and we were trying to come up with something. And I almost got a piece of that the real cheap roof stuff. I don't know what they call it, but the things they use to put it. It's not a tarp, but the harder, with the waves in it. I don't know what they call it, but they use it on their roofs and everything.
Oh, okay. Corrugated.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you want to like start a worm bed, then yeah, I would put something down, on the ground, a tarp or something.
And then you take and get the worms and put in it, though, right?
Yeah, you
If
need
you do it.
African night crawlers.
Mm.
You can look online. I'm pretty sure there's people in Mindanao that sell them. They sell them in Negros. I haven't got one going yet, but I'm planning on it.
Yeah.
Because
I don't know. We're going to do
it's
the
so hard.
compost first. Definitely.
It-
That's been approved. So.
It's so hard. And, you think, like, why do you want to raise worms? Because it's so hard to find good compost or good potting soil here
Right.
in the Philippines. But in the States, you can run to Home Depot or,
Right.
the nursery, and buy yourself a bag or Kmart or whatever. But they don't have that here. You got to make your own. You got to kind of be resourceful.
Exactly. Ugly American living in the Philippines. Hello. He's going to pay to watch shave. See? He's trying to get me to shave over here. Ugly. I don't want everybody to call me ugly. If I shave all this off, then they're going to see what's under it on my 7 chins. Yeah, have you thought of it as any type of like a business as far as the truck compost? That is a question that was asked to me. First we're
I've
going to do
seen
it.
people. I've never sold it. Okay. I given some away to people that wanted to plant, a potting plant. And they'll say, "Oh, this is nice soil," because we got seed beds that we made, raised beds. But people do sell it over here. I belong to a few Facebook groups. One of them is the South Carolina Reaper peppers, and you have people selling homemade potting soil or vermicast soil on there by the kilo. And I think you can also see it on Lazada and Shopee.
Okay.
They sell it on there too.
So on
But
there
it's
too.
expensive. Yeah.
All right, I bet. Yeah, welcome, BT, Breaking Traditions. Welcome. We're talking about some gardening deals right now for the farm there. But as you guys see, what I was asking about was the membership and all that good stuff. If we did that, what will we decide to do to offer as perks and stuff to people if they did join? Not saying no one would, but what if? ET's coming in the house.
Yeah. If you got some little kids, like around the farm there, what I did, I don't usually get my cow manure during the rainy season. I wait till the dry season, and then I pay kids. I tell them, okay, I'll give you 100 pesos for a sack, like a rice sack size, and them kids will pick it all day long. I've gotten 60 sacks at a time.
Wow.
From kids, they know where to find it, and
yeah. Well, I have to keep that in mind. I know my kids won't do it, but some of the people in the area. BT, how you doing, friend?
How you doing, man?
Good
to see you, bearded friend.
Yeah. Still growing it.
How's the Philippines doing?
Well, hot. About normal.
Let me tell you, it's hot here in Georgia too, buddy.
I bet.
Yeah, we got a lot of humidity this year. So I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead, bud.
Hey, how you doing there? Nice BT Shiner?
Yeah, I'm an old moonshiner.
Oh, okay. Glad to meet you.
Up here in the North Georgia mountains, Yeah, I just got done running a batch.
Did you?
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I had some late blueberries that I was, fermenting, and they came out really good. And now I'm on the pears, and then next is the apples. Apples next. Everybody likes apples, right?
Yeah. Well, I was wondering, what do you do with your, like when you're making corn liquor, when you're done with your mash, do you feed it to animals, or what do you do with it? Is there a use for it?
No. You don't feed it to animals. You run it again.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you do what?
You run it a second time.
Oh, okay, but when you're eventually done with it, is it good for anything?
You know what it's really good for? I'm just gonna tell y'all the truth. Is I've killed a mini hog, and don't tell everybody this, but I've killed a mini hog on my mash, my sour mash that was left over. You know, that's what they call it. Is when you run your mash the second time, it's called sour mash.
Okay.
Because you've run a lot of the sugar out, and you got to add sugar to it, right?
Yeah.
And so it's called sour mash. But sometimes it's so nasty when you get down that far that them hogs love it. You know, they really do. And then we make hog traps up here in the mountains in North Georgia. And then we have some hog meat. It's just what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, you use it to catch the wild.
I say I'm an old hillbilly. I am really the hillbilly essential that you'll ever meet because, you know, I dig ginseng this time of year and everything, you know. And I live back in the woods where there ain't nobody nowhere. And, you know, I don't even have any electricity out here. This is my phone on its little battery.
You got some dogs? You go coon hunting?
Oh, yeah. We got dogs. Yeah.
I've never been coon hunting, but I've seen them do it on YouTube. Man, that looks like a lot of fun.
Hey, buddy, we go bear hunting. You understand what I'm saying? I got a few rugs. I got a few rugs out here. I'm about to make a video about too. You know, I done some fletching just not the other day.
Is that
so,
your?
You know
do you
what
have a channel? Is that your channel? BT
Breaking Traditions, yeah. Yeah,
okay.
I'm going to tell you. I'd like to tell y'all about that. I would really like to introduce myself here. You know, I am a Breaking Traditions person. My grandfather taught me how to make moonshine when I was just a little old 9-year-old boy. He put me down in a torpedo steel that he had made, and he gave me a rag and he said, "Clean that, boy." And that's what I did. I sat down there and I'd reach up and give me a breath every now and then, clean the sides of the torpedo steel. And it was a 5,000-gallon steel. You know.
Would you climb up inside this thing?
Yeah, he put me down there because I was so skinny that I'd fit down at the top of it, you know. And he'd give me a rag and some turpentine, and he won't make me clean the inside of that thing yet.
What would he give you? $2 for that?
Hey, he didn't give me nothing. Give me a sip of moonshine when we was done. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's where I'm from. That's where I live now. You know, I live back in the woods. But anyway, guys, I ain't kidding with you. Y'all got it made. You got it made out there in the Philippines, man. I need to get there.
Well, you just gonna have to build you a raft and raft on over. No one sees it sneaking on in.
No, really, I am gonna come over probably in well, you know, whenever they let us.
Right.
Did you get your passport yet?
Oh, I got everything. You know, I was in the Marine Corps back in the day, and I lived in the Philippines back in 1988 in Subic Bay.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all. Yeah, I lived in the Philippines in Subic Bay. I was sergeant of guard on Longapo, on the Longapo gate there. Do you know anything about that? If you don't know anything about that, I'll tell you. I was a sergeant of guard, and I relieved the guard, and then I had a little place out in Longapo that I used to stay at. And I think it was 22 or 23 pesos to the dollar back then. So you guys are like doubled up or tripled up now. Anyway, good to talk to you guys. Thanks for having me in here, man. Riley.
Sure.
Mr. Riley.
Yeah. No problem.
Yeah, I'm
Appreciate
on
you
my.
coming up.
Hey, man, I'm on my phone down here in the hole. I'm at my motorcycle club, but that's just right off the mountain.
Sure.
Right down here in Chatsworth, Georgia. That's where I'm at.
So, did you got a YouTube channel?
Yeah, Breaking Traditions.
Can you write it in the text there? I'm gonna, if you, or would that just Breaking Conditions? That's all it is.
Yeah, it's just Breaking Traditions.
Or Breaking Traditions. Okay.
Yeah, it's just a low, simple channel. I ain't out to make no I ain't out to break no traditions, but I do them. It's like nobody's sticking me down in a torpedo no more. You know what I mean? When I can make a still out of stainless, you know what I mean?
Hey, let me yell at a couple people over here real quick. I seen looks like POD is in the house. Hello, POD.
POD, yeah, I like POD.
Tropical Tim, of course, is here.
Is he really?
Always
Yeah.
welcome, Tropical Tim, and let's see. Andy's still with us. Tim Dizziak still here.
Tim
Thank you,
Dizziak.
guys. Yeah, and John already escaped on us. We got Failed Army still in the house. Yeah.
Cool. I'm just on my phone, so I can't see all those people. But hello, Tim.
Right. Yeah,
hey, Tropical Tim.
Tropical
Tim's my buddy, man. That dude's got it going on together.
Yeah.
He knows what I'm talking about. He was here back in the 80s too. I was there back in the 80s, and he's there now. But old Tropical Tim, man, he's got it going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was talking about it one night, and I was like, my memory was faint, but I remember it was like in the 20s. But he said, I was thinking 30s, but it was 20s. 23 pesos, I think, in 1988. 22 or 23 pesos to the dollar. And you guys are getting 50 now, or 49 or 50.
How much was a bottle of beer back then? Do you remember?
I don't remember. I remember it was cheap, buddy. I really do. It was really cheap. It was, I could get a case of San Miguel and room and a woman. Telling you the truth now. For like $20, $25 on the weekend, I was good to go. You know what I mean? So every weekend was like 20 or $25, I had a room to stay in and somebody cooking for me and everything else. It's probably the same way now. I don't know.
And how old were you back then? Were you, what, about 19, 20-year-old kid back then?
I was 20. Whenever I got to the Philippines first time, I was 23, 24.
Oh, man. I bet you were ripping and running.
Yeah. I was a little wild thing back then, yeah. But it was, that's the way he was. I know Tim, he's been married to the same woman Tropical Tim's been married to the same woman for like almost 30 years. So
Tropical Tim
I've
said
been married
that,
26.
So he met his woman right when he got there and probably stayed with her the whole time,
he said it
Back
was
then,
he was here in
I
the
was-
80s.
yeah, in the 80s, I was on a
13 to
West
1.
Pack. Hey, listen, I was on a West Pack for 6 months, and we went through a super cyclone, typhoon, and it ripped like a 5-foot hole in the side of one of our ships, and it had to go in dry dock. And so we had 30 days in the Philippines, So it's like, it wasn't a regular liberty. It was supposed to have like 3 or 4 days. No, we had like 30 days there. And then whenever I was stationed in Okinawa, Japan, I had a chance to go to the Philippines. That was in 1990. And I got a temporary additional duty there for 18 months. So I had a good time. I stayed in Longapo for 18 months there. Of course, I went to Baguio for a couple months. We had an outpost there. And I did a lot of jazz training. It was jungle environmental survival training in Subic. And then I was sergeant of guard there at Longapo for 6 months. So I had a blast, but, it wasn't the pesos you see now. It's like 23 or 24 pesos to the dollar.
Yeah, Tropical Tim said he was stationed here from 84 to 87.
Yeah, he was
18 to 1 peso to the dollar.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Yeah. I think it was 88 whenever it went to 22 or 23, something like that.
Yeah.
And it stayed there for a while, But that was awesome because everything was so cheap back then, it didn't matter.
POD said he was here in Subic in 1988. Adrian's in the house. Junior's in the house. Welcome, guys. Feld Army said he's never been to the Philippines, but heard a lot of good stuff about it. Yeah, you should come over and check it out.
The people are awesome there. They were always awesome. I've never in any other country, even in Thai. I visited Thailand, Korea, and a bunch of places on the West Pack, and I never had as much friendly people there, when I was in the Philippines. And you probably will never find anybody more friendly to you than in the Philippines, really.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yep.
And even the expats that's been there a while, they just get so laid back. They're just friendly,
Yeah. Expat Prepper's been here longer than all of us.
I got a phone call. I got to take it.
All right, no problem. Thanks for coming up, hanging out with us.
Yeah, good talking to you.
Look, you got froze up there. Let me drop him down there.
Bill,
Yeah.
I'll never forget, back in the 70s, it was like probably 1979. It might have been 1980. I was still in high school, and me and my buddy, we were out riding around in his car, and just farting around. He goes, "Man, let's go over here and see what the recruiters got to say." He was older than me. My buddy was a year older than me. He was still in high school too. I was a year younger than him. So they had like the Marine Corps, the Army, I think the Navy. And I go in there with them, and I wasn't really saying anything. I'm just listening, and they're giving us these pamphlets and telling us, what they could do for you. You got to take this test, and they're telling us. And the last place we went to was the Navy recruiter. And I don't know if this guy was a sergeant or what. I don't even know if they got a sergeant in the Navy. You could tell he was a black guy. He had been in there a while. So he starts talking to us about the good-looking girls in the Philippines. And he opens up his desk drawer, the center drawer. He pulls out these Polaroid pictures. And he starts showing us. My buddy says, "Man, where do I sign up?" He goes, "Man, I want to join to And he ended up, I don't think he went in the Marines. He didn't go in the Navy, but yeah. That guy showed him the pictures of all his girlfriends back in, I think it was Korea and the Philippines. And man, he was ready to sign on the dotted line like right then.
Right. Yeah. That's how you get them. Look at you can go and do. Scott Expert, hello, welcome. Oh. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone say anything to me there. Yeah, I wasn't able to join. My family is like my father was Marine and everybody's Marine. But I talked to the recruiters and I have a half a lung. So yeah, they did not want to talk to me after that, so I wasn't able to join. So they did at that time. I guess they didn't need people too badly because they knew I wouldn't pass the physical or whatever.
Yeah, I was going with this chick at the time, and from high school I went out with her for 2 or 3 years, and man, she gave me a bunch of shit. What am I gonna do if you go in the Marines? And I ended up getting a decent job, for the time,
Right.
And I didn't go in, but yeah, my buddy went in. I should have went in. I would have had a good pension from there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Field Army said when his cousin was in Korea, had 10 women for every man while he was there. Yeah, well, I believe around the bases the women flock, so they stack them up there.
Oh, from what I hear, back in the day, I mean, I was never in the Philippines at the time, but
Right.
I worked with a couple of guys that served, back then. They said, man, them girls knew when them ships were going to come in, and they were there like the day before,
Yeah. They're ready.
Yeah.
They were fishing. How to Hawaiian, hello, welcome. Yeah. Well, the original topic, if anybody cares to talk about it, I know some of you may have it and some of you may not, but we were considering doing the membership for the channel. You know how you join somebody's channel, and so we were trying to look at what to offer at different levels, and all that kind of good stuff. We just today we were watching. Now I've done brain farted here. Can't remember whose channel. Oh, Our Madeira Journey, and he was talking about setting his up. So it got us to actually open ours up and see what it was all about. So now we're thinking about it, and we're just wondering what we want to make it fun, and if we do it, and what can we offer as far as perks for different levels and stuff. So if anybody has any opinions on that, you have to have a monetized channel to be able to do it. And you know, YouTube gets 30% of whatever you charge, and you get 70. So remember that. I'll be a member. Only costs you a 6-pack a week, Riley. Thanks, Travel Jhen. Yeah. I don't even know if somebody would want to be a member. I don't know. I see other channels that, have members, but I remember the first time when it was offered, and the first person I seen offer it, people were just beating him up because, he offered this membership deal. And back then you had to have so many people and all that stuff before they'd let you do it. And he's a bigger channel. But I went into his video where he's talking about doing it, and people were just tearing him up because he offered that. It was like, wow. Just because he offered this, you don't have to join it. It don't take away from anything that he's already doing. Nothing changed, but here's a little extra if you want to do it.
I want to buy the membership to the guy over there on Bentine Island.
You're not keeping this member? Oh, man.
But yeah, I want to, my next project is what I'm planning on doing now, Bill. I'm going to make a little vineyard. I'm going to start growing grapes.
Wow.
See if I can do it.
Yeah.
I tried to order some already, but it's going to take like maybe another month because what it is, they're cuttings, and I think they got to wait till the sap is, after they produce fruit, then they trim them and cut them. So yeah.
So that is a crop that they actually grow here already?
Oh yeah, people grow grapes here. Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, I've had some grapes, but I didn't know if they came from the market. I wasn't there when they bought them. So if they came from the market or the, KCC or where they got them from.
If you do everything right and you're lucky with the weather and you plan everything right and you get a little luck, you should be able to get some grapes in about 9 months after you plant them.
That's cool. So are you just gonna eat the grapes, or are you going to make stuff with it, or?
Probably just eat them.
Yeah. Not gonna make any wine or.
Well, yeah, maybe in the future if I do good with them, but that's you really got to roll the dice if you start thinking that far ahead.
Right.
And I just want to see how I can, what variety works best for this area, and just kind of experiment a little bit at first.
Right. Yeah. We'll see. Yeah, POD's talking about the tax. I don't know POD. You know, I've heard a bunch of different ways, but I am here on a valid buying visa, and I'm not working in the Philippines, so I'm not paying the tax for it. Nothing. All my YouTube money goes to America, where my account is set up, and all that kind of good stuff. So can't get double tax, can you? Yeah. And let's see what else. Yeah. Sorry, guys, I fell behind, and then it looks like it jumped on me. If anybody would like to come up, let me extend an offering. We we started off talking about the membership, and then expat came up to tell me to knock it off with my compost, doing it the wrong way, and do it the right way.
Compost is very forgiving. I mean, you can do it any way you want. I'm just telling you how I do it. What works for me.
Well, I want it to work, and you know, they suggested, you know, if we were successful, if this became successful, that we would be able to, you know, actually, like you said, sell it, and you know, make a little bit off of all the scraps and stuff that we have on the farm. So, you know, that doesn't sound too bad to me.
Yeah, how far are you from a major city, Bill?
Well, this city that I'm in right now is Koronadal, and from the farm, it's not huge, but it's the capital of this province. So you know, it's decent size or whatever. So and it's about I could get to the farm in about 40 minutes, including, you know, getting up in the hills, the trails. So that's how far away I am. Not too far at all, actually.
Well, I'll tell you what we've been selling, what my wife's doing pretty good at. We planted about 250 mulberry trees. So we've been selling the mulberry cuttings online. And right now, because of the coronavirus, if you sell cuttings and they got to like ship them to a different island, a lot of times they get delayed from the LBC, and they'll die when people receive them. They're not green; they won't start growing when they plant them. So a lot of the big distributors, you know, that are hooked up with Shopee and Lazada and some of the big boys, people won't buy from them if they're on other islands right now because they're afraid their cuttings will die. So they're, you know, like say you're in Mindanao, you could say, okay, I sell just exclusively to people, you know, in my area or in Mindanao. And some of the smaller people, you know, that have cuttings have a chance to make money now and get established because of this virus thing. So yeah, my wife's been pretty good at it.
Cool. So we're about, Jhen's son is probably, from this house that I'm at right now, it's probably about 45 minutes away the other direction. So, you know, that's the biggest town in this area. And then Davao is about 4 hours. So.
Okay. Yeah, like if you say, for example, you had some cuttings and somebody from Davao wanted them, what you do, you put them on the bus. If you have a bus going there, and then the people can pick them up at the bus station instead of going through LBC.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I know POD has asked me a question, and I missed it each time. So he said he asked me 10 times, so make it 12. Hello, OMJ. We just was talking about you. And actually, this LS was because of, said my mic is messing up, I guess. Sorry about that. I was playing with my headphones, so let me take my hands off of it, see if that helps. Hopefully you guys can hear me now. But
I think
what's that?
I think it's your upload. Your upload
is it?
speed is kind of low. I don't
Yeah.
think it's in your mic.
Yeah.
You're like right at the edge, you know.
Yeah. That's how we roll here in the Philippines, right? I'm even at, in the city where they have the fiber optic, and it's still, it's like been bad all week or something. Maybe the satellite is messing up, or a tower is down or something.
Have you ever did a speed test, Bill?
My wife does them. Morris.
I'm curious to see what your upload is there right now.
Yeah. Hold on just a second. I'll try to get my wife out here to help me out for a second. See if it gets any better. So I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hold down the troops.
Okay. Yeah, I see. Where did he go? Oh, how to Hawaiian. You say you're using worms to compost? Are you using African nightcrawler worms? Indian blue worms. I'm gonna have to look that up. I never heard of those. Indian blue worms. Okay. Let me see here. See what we're talking about.
Messed up last time. I better watch it.
Try it on.
Indian blue worms. Oh, those are similar.
Okay, she just did a speed test for me. She says my internet speed is at 33
BPS.
Mbps's. So she said that should be good. She tried to
What
help
about
with
the upload?
MERS. Show more info. Let's see if it says. It says upload is 35 ms.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Then over here it says speed 29 though. I don't know. Oh, that's for like Netflix and stuff. I don't know. Why is it giving us? She had trouble earlier too. She worked for that 51 Talk, and they were telling her that Hong Kong, China, Hong Kong, and And you know, the whole network, they're working on it right now, so
Oh, okay.
they're getting some issues going, so in the whole area. And the wife says we're kind of hooked to that that network or whatever. So I don't know if she's saying us directly or the Philippines in general. So that's, well, yeah, Feld Army. The Philippines is not the place you want to come if you want good internet. We pay a lot of money for crappy internet. This is good internet compared to during the day at the farm there. My internet gets so slow it laughs at me when I try to get online.
I tried to log on to the internet the other day with my computer, and I got an error message. You know what it said? It said out of
What's that?
stock.
Yes. Said my download speed is at 88.2 MPS. Yeah. I used to, you know, back in when I was in America there, and I paid for like the higher speed internet so my kids could game on it and all that stuff. You know, and we had like 12 different things in the house going all at the same time, and never had no issues with it. And then come over here, shoot, no, never going to be the same here.
I'm just wondering when Elon Musk is going to get his Starlink going. They put some satellites up. They're supposed to have, you know, internet for the whole world.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. Yeah. This that I have at this house right here is supposed to be fiber optic, but I don't see how it is fiber optic. I know that's what they say here, but I think it's don't you got to have cables running into the house to have fiber optic? I don't see any cable line, but I don't know. I know at the farm I'm not getting no fiber optic.
Yeah, I pay $4,000 a month, and I'm only getting 5 megs of download, and maybe if I'm lucky, like 3 megs of upload.
Yeah.
And trust me, I'm thankful to have that. Because
Right,
I'm out
right.
in the boonies, on top of the mountain.
Yeah. That, you know, when we were first there, we got that globe, and it was so bad. And then, you know, what we got now, we're paying 2,300 or 2,400 or something like that a month. And it's not that great, but you know, we got something. You can have like one person online at a time until it gets kind of later at night, and then you can get a little bit of speed going on that. I was going to start doing some like this, you know, wait till later at night and try to go online and do some live streams and stuff. But I haven't really. I did it there one night and it wasn't that great. But looks like Tim D is out of here. We'll see you tomorrow, Tim. Have a good night. Tim is up north in Luzon, northern Philippines there.
Oh, is that where he's from? Luzon?
Yeah, that's where he is. He's up there. And if it wasn't so late at night, I'd probably tell you even where, but yeah, I don't remember right now.
Man, I'm getting to where I have trouble falling asleep so much.
Yeah.
My wife is she's like a machine, man. She can fall asleep in 2 seconds. It's just almost snoring. I have to toss and turn and toss and turn. It takes me hours to fall asleep.
Right. Tell the Army, no, we're not talking about $4,000. We're in the Philippines, and we're talking about Philippine peso. So I pay 2,300 pesos, and he pays 4,000 pesos.
4,000 is like $80 a month.
Right. So that's about what he's paying. He said he pays 79 for 150. How is the internet in the big cities like Cebu says? How to why? Well, the bigger the city is, I think you'll have decent. I'm not saying great internet, but you'll have pretty decent internet. I think Tropical Tim has, he has fiber optic, and he's getting, he's got some good signals and stuff. He said he pays $16.25 a month. Here at this house, we pay like $19.50 a month, and it's supposedly fiber optic. That's what I've been told. That PL, DT, but yeah. How to says Angeles City is where Tim D is.
Oh, okay.
What time is it in the Philippines right now? 10:41 p.m. So yeah, it's almost 11 p.m. over here. A lot of the people that are in the chat right now either are in the Philippines, or wife is from the Philippines, or some kind of Philippine related. Did POD say bye to me and I missed it while I was running around there? Yeah.
So who does all the cooking over there, Bill? You or Mercy?
Well, depends on what place we're at, but no, she does the cooking. I here at the house at the house that her parents have, they have helpers or whatever, so they do the cooking here.
Okay.
When we're at the farm, Mercy does the cooking, and yeah, I have not. I'm trying to figure out what I can cook, if that makes any sense to you. I'm trying to figure out some stuff that I can get the stuff for and be able to cook it. Like before, back in America, there were certain things that I made, certain things she made, and certain days of the week I cook, and certain days she would cook. But I would always have like, these are my specialties. Here's what I make, and I don't really have that here because everything I know how to, I can microwave a hot dog here like nobody else. But other than that, I don't really know about cooking stuff here and how to.
You know how to cook spaghetti and spaghetti sauce?
Yeah. That's actually, me and her both made some spaghetti last night, so that's what we had for dinner. I fixed the noodles and she fixed the sauce.
You know how we fix ours? If I don't cook it this way, I have problems with heartburn. So the trick is you take the hamburger and you boil it in water
Uh-huh.
and boil the crap out of it, and then you pour that greasy water off,
Uh-huh.
and then you take your meat after it's been boiled, and then you throw your garlic and onion in there,
Mm-hmm.
and then add the sauce to it.
Right. Now
If
in
you
your
fix it
area,
like that,
can you find the sauce? Can you find
Oh,
like
yeah.
anything? See,
At
I've
the
been able
grocery
to
store.
find. I can find sauce like every once in a while, as far as like Italian style sauce, and not the
Yeah,
Filipino
they
sweet
have
syrup stuff.
hunts over here in Negros. I don't know about
Mhm.
in and out, but yeah, you can get hunts anywhere. Spaghetti sauce. They have 2 or 3 different kinds, but I usually buy the hunts.
Right. No, here in this area, this is not an area for foreigners, so they really don't stock anything that is anything but traditional Philippine stuff. But there's places like Jensen and Davao, no problem getting this
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
there.
Well, Filipinos
Yeah.
love spaghetti. I mean,
Really,
their spaghetti's kind of rank. I mean, it's
yeah,
it's like some noodles with a little
right.
ketchup poured over it, but they do sell the spaghetti sauce. At least I've seen it in Cebu when I was there, and
Yeah.
here in Negros. If there's a bigger, like a Robinson's or any grocery store, they should have plenty of spaghetti sauce. And
Yeah.
when we go to the
Yeah,
grocery, man, we
I
go like
found
once
it
a
once.
month, and I'll buy like 15 of those little bags,
Yeah.
spaghetti sauce that just for the whole month.
So,
Because I not only use it to make spaghetti, if we're making homemade like vegetable soup,
mhm.
I'll pour that spaghetti sauce in the broth water, from the big thing of soup, and it makes it so much more delicious.
Right. Yeah, I can find the Filipino spaghetti sauce, no problem. But it's like one time I found the Italian, and I was like, sweet, we're having Italian spaghetti sauce. But, yeah. I see How to Hawaiian had a cutout on this. He had to go to work. OMJ is going to be leaving pretty soon. They appreciate you hanging out with us. Been watching your videos about the membership. That's what got me started tonight on doing this. I looked into it a little bit. I was trying to figure out what to name my levels and what to offer in each. Here they got, for each level, they have prices they suggest to you. And it won't let me just type in the price that I want to put. But yeah, YT is going to take 30% of whatever somebody was to give me, and then I get the 70%. Shooting star shot in out of nowhere. Hello, shooting star. Welcome. Sorry I missed your live stream there. I didn't see you were on till today sometime when I see the replay. I don't know, this StreamYard, it jumps around so bad with these comments. I'm like looking at a comment and then boom. And then I don't even see that comment anymore. It's not like they're typing that fast. But it's like, boom, you just go away. Jumpy tonight. Must be my awesome internet speed that's making it happen. I hope that Mercy helped the sound a little bit, even though she said she wasn't able to do anything to get the internet to go a little faster. So, yeah.
Okay, Mr. Bill, I'll move out of here.
I appreciate you coming up and talking and giving me some more great ideas. Yeah, my father-in-law sounded kind of happy that I decided to do that. So he was very supportive. One last question for you.
Okay.
He said that there's some kind of spray you can put in there to make it break down faster. I didn't directly talk to him, so I don't know what he's talking about. But are you aware of anything like that? I don't want to use any kind of chemicals, but
No.
if it's, he said some kind of spray that makes it break down faster, and instead of taking 4 weeks to have something, you could have it in, I'm just saying it speeds it up or whatever, the breakdown process.
Not that I know of. But like I said, if you go using carbonized rice hulls and pure cow manure, and then keep that, go like make a layer of rice hulls, a layer of cow manure, a layer of rice hulls, like that. Keep layering it, and then keep the water on it. That will break down really quick because the rice hulls are almost pure carbon, after you cook them. And that manure is so hot, so. Yeah, but as far as chemicals spraying on there, I never heard anything about that.
Yeah. Travel 10 said, hey, $10 for appearance fee.
Hey, I'm just lucky someone will tolerate me.
Not kick you out, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate all the good advice. Appreciate it, my friend.
Okay, Bill, thank you.
Time.
I really enjoyed our conversation. Yep. One more question. What was that guy's channel that was on with us?
Oh, that's Breaking Traditions.
Breaking Traditions. Okay, I'm gonna have to take a look at his channel. All right. Talk to you guys later.
All right, we'll see you later.
All right.
Have a good one. All right. Thank you, guys. I got the gangster lean going in the sofa. It wants to sink down when I put my fat butt in here, so got a big gangster lean going. If anybody else I'd like to come up on the panel, maybe for a few minutes, or come up and say hi to all your friends. You're welcome to. I think I threw down the link a couple times. I try to make it happen. Try not to forget. One of these days I'm gonna know how to do this. Like when we used to do it all the time, it wasn't too bad, but when you step away from it and then come back, I still have not mastered. I set out the other day I downloaded on my phone the Kind Master or whatever it's called. It's what a lot of people use to edit videos on their phones and stuff. And I set out to do a video with that. And I tried, and I got the video on there, but I haven't figured out anything that really helped me yet. I was flipping through their music that they offered, and trying to figure that out a little bit, but wasn't a lot of music, and the music wasn't matching up to the video that I was working on, or I couldn't find anything. So, got discouraged, set it down. But one of these days I'm going to make a video with that. Travel with Tim said he might come up to see how many beers he got left here. I find the more I have, the more I like talking. OMJ, are you out of here, my friend? Appreciate you hanging out with us. Yeah, you're the reason I got started looking at this today. So if you guys catch his videos about it, he was teaching us about how to do it, how to set it up, and some of the different things that you can do on there. So I started looking at it this evening here when I finally got to sit down from doing all our running around that we were doing today. Yeah, we were trying to make it down to Davao this weekend, but something came up where we could not. We're still trying to make it, but fortunately, the thing that we had to go and accomplish, it actually got accomplished without us, and we were so happy. So we didn't have to go down today like we thought we were going to. So, but it's amazing over here, you know, when you're trying to look up information, you're trying to find out, you know, what you can and cannot do and where you can and cannot go. I mean, so many different towns that we got to pass through that we have to find out what the different rules are for the different areas that we're going to pass through just to get to Davao. And then make sure that once we get there that we can get back out. So since we have a house in Davao, we believe they're going to allow us to come into Davao. We just show them one of our bills or whatever that's in our name and stuff. Only have 7.5 cases left. Guess I can count. 7.5 cases. That should last you the night or the weekend. I don't know how many you drink, but that lasts me quite a while actually. And here he is. Come on in. Hello, welcome, TT, Big TT. There you go.
Man, that is just brutal. Your mic, it is so brutal. Not putting you down, of course. It's brutal.
Is it loud or too soft or what?
No, it's just, it's like, it's so staticky. It's like, I don't know, kind of like you're underwater or it's bad. It's really bad.
You know, and this was the better one. I used to have one that was here that was really bad.
What are you using? What, that earbud? Why don't you just take the earbud and just talk into your device? Try that.
I'll try, but last time I did, it gave trouble. But let me try it here. See if that works.
Yeah, just try it anyway.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Same thing. It sounds exactly the same way.
Huh. Now it's not caused by the fan either, right? It's not like fan noise.
Try turning it off and see what that does. I mean, you can only find out, but yeah, it's brutal. It's been brutal. No one wanted to tell you that, but it's brutal.
I appreciate it. I try to say something that we know, but
no, because you should know that. I mean, you know, I'd want to know that.
Right.
Come on, Ann. POD, waiting on you. Don't be shy. Don't be scared. You don't have to sing. You just got to come up. All right, did you turn the fan off?
Yep. Fan is off. Is that any better?
Go ahead and say something again.
All right, the fan is now off, and
Nope, no better. It's like you're talking into the fan. That's what it sounds like.
You know, and
Whether
this is
you have the headphones set on or not, it sounds like you're talking into the fan.
That is so odd. This is the laptop that my wife uses for her online classes too. My laptop is, old and crusty, and this is the one that she is successful at the online class. Let me.
Well, does she sound like this to her students? Because they're having a field day with her if she does.
that is what I'm wondering. But let me go grab her headphones since she's not in here. She won't yell at me for touching them. So let me go grab those, and I'll see if I can hook those up, and maybe they'll work. They're those noise canceling and all that.
Go ahead. I won't charge you too much for running your show.
Right.
All right. So how are we all doing out there? Doing okay? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Forget about it, right? I can't see the chat, so well I could if I do all this. Let me see. I'm gonna do that. All right. What? There's nobody here? Riley, there's nobody in your live stream? I'm not seeing anyone. Nope, not showing. It just says everyone can see and hear me. Okay, well, it is what it is. So how y'all doing out there? It's a lovely night, about 59 more minutes till midnight here in the Philippines. Doesn't matter if you're in Manila or you're Cebu or Dumaguete or Palawan or Iloilo, or it doesn't matter. It's 11:02. And obviously anyone that's still awake here in the Philippines at this hour doesn't have work tomorrow, correct? I'm off tomorrow. I don't know about Monday, but I'm off tomorrow.
All right. Can you hear me? Is this any better?
That's as bad. That's as bad or worse. It's at least as bad, if not worse.
Wow. Now I can hear you in the headphones.
Yeah, I don't know what the issue is.
Huh.
I'm not a techie, so I can't help you, Bill. I wish I could.
Right. Yeah, we might have to have our IT guy take a look at it. Huh. Well, it's nice to know it's not just my headphones.
Yeah, maybe your headphones are perfectly fine. That's true. Right. Could be.
Let me take these off.
How about for the rest of the duration of your LS? How about just use sign language, and then I'll talk.
That's good. All right, now I've unplugged. POD says the jack plug is correctly into the port on the left. This set of headphones plugged into that type of jack on here, and then of course my little generic ones plug into just the regular headphone jack. So
it has nothing to do with any of your headsets, apparently. So it has something to do with the I don't know. It's either in the device itself. What are you on? Are you on a laptop or your phone?
Laptop. Yeah, this is my wife's laptop versus my old one. Yeah,
it sounds like you're on the oscillating side of the fan where it blows out, and you're trying to talk through it to me, and I'm on the other side of the fan. That's what it sounds like. Like that.
Oh, what fun. Hello, Sean. Hello, Brett. welcome, guys.
We can make out what you're saying just fine, but I'm just letting you know about the issue, what we're hearing.
Yeah, it just doesn't sound good. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'm trying to speak up, and
How about just getting a whole crap ton, a whole ream of line paper, and just write down everything you want to say, and just keep showing flashcards.
show. Well, you suggested sign language, and I only know one thing to say, and
Yeah, I know the same one. I know that same word in sign language.
So that's not going to get us too far, right?
No.
Man.
Yeah, so you probably something you want to get checked out anyway.
Yeah, especially if her students are hearing it like this, and
oh, they're having a field day with it.
Right.
They're having all kinds of fun with that. You know how kids are with teachers.
Just little kids, so they probably aren't telling her either. Like, hey, teacher, you sound like crap. Yeah.
That's funny.
Let's see.
Yeah, I wish you.
said,
Oh, go ahead.
I was just reading that POD was saying bring the laptop up to closer to see if it sounds better or different. But
can you actually fit inside the laptop, Bill?
Close, but maybe after my diet I'll be able to
crawl inside of it. See how that works.
See if that makes a difference.
Yeah, you can be the 2020 version of Tron,
Right. Oh man, I never seen the remake of that movie. I remember the original, but they did make a remake.
I saw it. I was surprised I saw it because normally I don't trend set that way, but it was there, it was available, and I watched it. And it was okay. I didn't butcher it based on the first one, because the first one was obviously retro settings. How do you say this? Cult setting, cult following, whatever. But it was okay. It was okay for a remake. I thought it was just, it was okay. It wasn't a bomb. It wasn't over the top. It was okay.
Right.
Because I go into a second remake of something like that after an original that becomes a cult, regardless of genre, Western, drama, this, that, whatever. And they come out with a remake 20, 30 years later, and I'm usually pretty skeptical. So I try to watch it with an unbiased point of view, and I thought it was okay.
Right.
Something okay for a rainy night,
Right. It always worries me to watch the new version. It's like, they're gonna hack it out. I'm gonna hate the original after this. So there it is. So TT, how are you doing without Ray there? You're in the Philippines all by yourself. I know you've had times in your life where you guys weren't together and all that stuff, but now you've been here together.
I've lost weight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not from lack of eating her cooking, and her cooking is good, but I've had to get up and fetch so many damn beers in the last couple of weeks. It ain't funny. And it's like 12 feet across the room to my fridge, so that's a lot of exercise.
Getting the laughs in, huh?
It's like I'm putting on a half a mile a day, just going back and forth to the fridge.
Right. Yeah.
No, I'm doing okay.
Good.
Doing all right. Nobody's bothering me,
Good.
which it was kind of high on my list because they know, the neighbors, the neighborhood, they know
Right.
she's not here, so waiting for them, and they still will. There's still time. They'll come out of the woodwork and they'll come here and from down on the street yell up to the balcony, and if I'm here, I'll lean over, whatever, and they'll ask for her, but they're really gonna try to talk to me and see if they can get a loan or this or that, and I get that. I'm ready for it, no problem.
Right.
So I have a pair of shorts sitting here on the other chair that she normally sits on the ready, and I just hold them up, and they already got the pockets pulled out like rabbit ears, and I just flash those. I'm like, I ain't got it.
Right. That's good.
But yeah, I'm hoping to do a walkie-talkie tomorrow. I think I might catch a break on the weather this time because it's been so brutal. I took a couple weeks off back when, and that was all during the height of Ray getting travel plans ready to fly, and the anxiety and anticipation and all the things that go along with that. Then when I was ready to go, they had put us backwards into MECQ, and so I'm only allowed out every other day. Feel like a kid or an animal or something like that. But anyway, they did give me my own quarantine pass because I'm the only person here in the household, so they had to do that.
Right.
So then the days I was allowed to go out, woke up and just piss and rain, and it almost all day. So like just a wash.
Right.
So I didn't even pre-announce it the day before, show my premiere, because I knew there was always a chance based on rainy season and the way the weather patterns have been going here with one low pressure moving in after another. I said, yeah, I can announce it a couple hours before I do it, and that's plenty of time for those people that are connected to me that will see it. That's fine. And just never did. It's like, oh man. And so then on my lock-in day, couple of times it was rainy anyway, so that didn't matter. A couple of times it was really nice, and I was like, I could go out and push the envelope, but this last time, Isco Marino, the mayor, who's a pretty good mayor, by the way, of Manila, he did something unprecedented that he didn't do during the hard lockdowns when they moved us backwards into this MECQ. And he said, hey, if you're caught out there without a pass, without a mask, or you're in an area that you don't belong, meaning you drifted into another, over the border into another city, because Manila proper is small.
Right.
The NCR, National Capital Region, is comprised of all the other cities surrounding Manila proper. Quezon City, Makati, Sampaloc, all these cities, Cavite, all this stuff. So if you're caught drifting into one and you don't belong there, they're gonna haul you away, put you in jail. They will not hold you more than 24 hours. They're gonna call your next of kin, a family member, to come pick you up. And if there is no one to pick you up, they're gonna issue you a citation and a court appearance date. I'm like, that's not worth going through all that.
Right.
So I said, I'll just kind of for 2 weeks keep it close to the house. And as far as on my non-travel days when I'm not allowed to go out, could I still step out locally right around here? Probably. No one's going to bother me. And then on my days that I am authorized to boogie around, I still can only go so far. I'm limited. So, and the thing is, even if it's raining, and it's one of my days that I'm allowed out, the rain doesn't bother me. I can prepare and go out and vlog, whatever. The problem with that is everybody else will be sheltered inside, so there wouldn't be a lot to vlog. There wouldn't be any good opportunities, you know, feeding the kids or just doing whatever.
Right.
Couldn't do it because you wouldn't hardly see anyone. Everyone's pretty much tucked inside during the monsoon downpours. So it's like, well, what's the point of that? So hopefully tomorrow there'll be a good opportunity to go cruising.
Yeah. Lefty all around is in the house. Hey, Lefty, how are you doing?
Hey, Lefty all around. So you did get my message, Bill, about Kathy O?
My wife might have. She didn't tell me though.
Okay, no, just sent you a confirmation that your donation made it to her.
Okay, appreciate it.
Yep.
Thank you.
She was appreciative too. She said she'd let you know and shout you out and thank you and whatever. So
no problem. Yeah, I didn't know
she thought she only had she had an option because she won on Wish for Wanda's 10 questions. And she won 6th place or something, and all that carried was 50 peso phone load or 10 watch hours. And I hadn't even reached out to her yet, and she texted me on Messenger and said, "Oh, hey, Dad, I'm sorry I missed this one, but I didn't know I won. Woohoo! You know, I'll just take the watch hours." And I said, "Hold on, you might as well just take the 50 peso load, meaning 50 pesos, because Mr. Riley donated his winnings from my show, so that's 300 pesos, and I know she'd rather have the money when it gets to that amount. So I just sent it to her. I just PayPal'd her, and boom, because I can't super chat anybody. We stopped super chatting some time back. We want to super chat so many people, but we can't do it anymore because Wells Fargo has a fraud alert built in, and every time we send a super chat, boom, they lock our accounts because it's considered suspicious activities, even though they know we're here. I already detailed that on my international travel, all that stuff. Then I have to stop what I'm doing, call them, and it's like 30 minutes on the phone to get them to unlock it. So we just said that's enough. We went through it so many times, and we said that's enough. It's just not worth it.
Right.
So if we want to send somebody something, we just say, hey, you got a PayPal, and kind of do it that way.
Right. Yeah. Welcome, JBTV. Welcome.
So how's life on the farm there? Have you decided if that's been a good decision yet, or is it too early to tell, or what? How you feeling?
Still kind of early to tell. You know, we want to give it a couple months to really, you know, get kind of used to being there, and you know, it's a huge change from what we're used to, and
oh yeah.
So we're trying to make a good go at it, but we're trying to also be comfortable enough. You know, we're not going to be as comfortable in that house as we are here, and that setup and everything. But we're trying not to like blow a lot of money getting set up there if we end up, you know, buying a bunch of stuff for the farm, and then we're out of there, we're coming back, or we're going to Davao or something like that. So
I noticed from the background that you're back in the house that you were in before. I could tell.
Yeah. We had a lot of, sometimes when my wife has a lot of stuff to do here in town, we'll stay here like a night or two a week to be able to get everything done and stuff, so we don't have to come out of the mountain, come out of the holler too early in the morning to try to do stuff.
So you are deep up in there, huh?
Yeah, pretty deep. From the road, it takes me to drive up in there. It probably takes me a good 15-20 minutes to get up in there to get to the house there.
Now, how are the kids adjusting? How's Mercy adjusting? Do they like it, or are they kind of in the middle of the road on it, or what?
Yeah, well, Mercy likes it. She likes, we've lived here with her parents, since we came to the Philippines, which we never intended to do. That was not our plan. It just happened to go that way on us. So she likes, again, we're back on our own. We're doing our own thing. We're in our own house.
Right. No, I get that.
And all that good stuff. But the kids, they have it, when they're here at this house, they have it so well. The house is laid out and all that stuff. And their grandparents always doing stuff for them. And, so they would rather stay with us right here. But they're starting to come around to where, even when we come here, they'll say, "Hey, are we going back to the farm tonight? Let's go back to the farm." And so they're starting. We don't have a TV there. It's only a 1-bedroom house, and but they've gotten comfortable for being kids, I guess. So
I wouldn't put no TV there anyway. I think that's
right.
not conducive to nowadays anyway.
Right.
To raising a child, there's so much crap on TV. I mean, yeah, maybe a TV for movies or Netflix or something like that, video games or whatever. But TV and by itself, albeit TV here is much different than in the West, and there's no channels anyway because ABS CBN is gone.
Right.
So I wouldn't even worry about a TV.
Channels, yeah. We wouldn't be able to get channels even if we had them up there. We'd have to do some big satellite again. But yeah, just for like a Netflix or a movie or their video game or something like that, they would like to have a TV. But
yeah,
the Hasters just came in the building. Hello,
I gotta go. Hapsters are here. See you later.
Run.
Hapsters, SB. So where are all the other people there? Where's POD? Where's Ann Salo? She promised me she'd come up.
Yeah.
She'd come up and sing a song. No, I'm just putting her on the spot.
Yeah. Just in case, I threw out the link there.
Toss it out there. Yeah.
Happy says he doesn't have any problems with the Wells Fargo. Maybe
yeah, we do.
You're in the Philippines or something to that effect.
Yeah. Yep. We've anytime we make a transaction, or I should say a super chat transaction, they would lock our accounts and then I'd have to call and jump through hoops, get put on hold. And good thing I figured out about the Sun International, and that's the SIM card number 2. We get the Sun International and we put that in. And so when I call back to the States, to the VA or just anything, any 1-800 number or just whatever, and you get put on hold. It's like 2 pesos a minute, so it's really, really cheap. If not for that, it would cost me an arm and a leg. It did one time, but I learned from it. But yeah, every time we super chat somebody, blip, they would lock our accounts. Couldn't draw money out of the ATM or nothing. And we would go round and round with them. It's like, well, so like remove the fraud alert button or whatever, but they said they can't do that. One guy even told us, and I actually thought highly of him. It was at a higher level, it was at their headquarters office. And he said, so what I see here is you're actually engaged and part of and doing business with YouTube. I said, yes. Thank you for saying that. Yes. Why is it when I send a super chat sticker for 39 pesos or a super chat for 2,500 pesos and everything in between, why do our accounts get blocked? he said it's usually the little ones, the small ones. Like if I were to super chat you 250 pesos, that's the ones that trigger the fraud alert thing. And bloop, if you send 2,500, 3,000, 5,000 pesos, not so much. So I was like, okay, I get that. So I should only send amounts that are, fairly decent. What, 500, 1,000 or above? I can do that, whatever. And that didn't work. So he lied, or he didn't know what he was talking about. And we just got tired of calling. And it would be Ray going to the bank or some ATM, withdrawing money to go shopping, grocery shopping, or go to the mall or whatever. And she'd call me and saying, cards are blocked. They won't let, they denied our transaction. I'm like, really? Stay there, get out of the sun, go in the shade. And she'd have to wait 30, 45 minutes. So I called back, and you can call back any time of day. They've got CSRs there. And I'd have to go through all this bullshit, identify myself, give my password, just a bunch of crap. Then they transfer you to someone, and you have to talk to the fraud department. I'm like, and then it would rattle off several transactions, your most recent transactions, and ask you if they were authorized or not. Yes, that's authorized wherever we swipe, in the mall or at a food store here or something. And then, okay, no problem. And they would unlock the accounts. And dummies like us, we kept pushing the envelope and trying it. And finally we just said, that's enough, no more, because it was just a big headache. Just a big headache. So now, instead of super chatting someone, we just, if we want to bless somebody or give somebody something, we just find out if they have a PayPal account, and that's it. There's no other option. And I appreciate and understand the fraud alert built-in system. I get it, but it's like, what the hell? They're all over it, man. They think it's somebody else over here doing it. So
yeah. Haster is the same. We got some feedback going on. We've messed with the. I got some issues going on with my sound, and we've already tried to figure that out, and it didn't happen. But
yeah, he's changed headsets a couple times. He's tried talking just directly into the device. Everything that's not working.
So I don't know what type of feedback is she hearing. Probably the fan.
It sounds like you're talking into a fan. Yes.
She said it's static.
I asked him to do sign language or just write everything on flashcards and hold it up, but Bill said, no, we can understand what you're saying, but it sounds like you're talking to us through a fan.
Right.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. I think the last time I did a live stream, I was on my computer, and the Hasters was telling me how bad my video was, because it's such an old computer. I was like, I tried to clean that off, but now I'm using my wife's, and now the sound is bad. So
no, your video looks fine.
Yeah. On the other laptop, she said I needed to clean the camera or something, but it's such an old deal. I mean, I tried to clean it best I could, but it may be built-in dirt or something inside the computer. Happy Pappy says when you're talking, there's an echo.
When I'm talking?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard a little bit of an echo when an expat prepper was talking also. I can hear feedback on myself right now.
Okay.
So, again, I'm not a techie, so I don't know what drives that, or not really sure. I do know for a fact that this beer is almost empty. That's what I do know that. Anything else, not so much.
Yeah. I'm definitely not a techie person either. We finally found somebody to work on our stuff here.
Well, that's
And,
good.
we somebody that we can trust, and it's been nice. He's the guy that put the antenna on top of the house for us, and so we'll get with him and see if he can take a look at this. Don't know when we could do it, but
Yeah, I went to Hapsters today, but I didn't go up in her panel because anyone who showed up in her panel had to sing, and that's not so much me.
yeah, me neither. Yeah,
So I didn't want to suck up a spot, you know, for a potential star, you know.
Happy Pappy, I do not have any other mics on or anything like that. So just the laptop right now, the mic that's in the laptop, and the speaker from the laptop. That's all I got going right now. Jen's family is in the house. Hello, Jen's family. Hello, hello.
Bill,
It's been a minute since I talked to you guys.
do you understand this?
No.
That's all you got to do, man. Sign language. That way you don't have to talk.
Yeah.
See?
I told you, I only know one word, and it's not polite to say. Man, that's good stuff.
Oops.
Yeah, this laptop here, Happy Pappy, is not an older one. It's probably a year or two old. It's kind of a fancy laptop, I guess. It's a Beats Audio is in this. I think it's a Dell, actually. Yeah, no, it's HP. So it's supposed to have good sound. So I don't know.
Yeah, I wish I could tell you to push a button or click something, but I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, you know, I'm old school. I'm used to going up and slapping the crap out of the TV to get it to work. You know, bam,
Yeah.
bam.
Yep. Have your one of your younger siblings stand there and hold the rabbit ear antenna off to the right. Yeah, just stand there and hold this, man. The game's on.
Right.
I'll give you a quarter.
Right. Yeah. I used to tell everybody, you know, that I'm at the age that I was the first remote control in the house. My dad say, go change it to this channel. Go turn it up. So I was the remote.
When you had to get up to go change the console TV on the big TV set on the floor in the wood box.
Yeah.
Had the turntable and the 8-track player built inside on the top.
Yeah, we
those
had
are
one
cool.
of those for a long time. Yeah.
Those are cool.
Yeah.
Motorola or Quasar by Motorola. Oh yeah, I remember all those.
Yeah. I think we had a
Sylvania.
It had a Zenith.
Zenith.
Yeah, Zenith. There you go.
Zenith. The quality goes in before the name goes on. Yep. I remember all that crap, man. It's like it don't matter. You only get 4 channels. ABC, NBC, CBS, and 1 local station. That's all we had back then.
Right. Yeah,
Not much.
You know the top dial, the little one or whatever that
on the rabbit ears.
You had like the channel 40 on there or something, and
UHF and VHF.
Yeah, there you go.
That was so stupid, but it was cool back then.
Oh yeah.
Especially if you had color.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you didn't have color TV, nobody came to your house. They thought you were like on welfare. You know, once color TV kind of became the main spectrum. You still saw some black and whites. But yeah, when the color conversion was really prominent and coming out hard, yeah, if you didn't have a color TV, your buddies would not come over to your house and they'd say, I ain't going over to his house. He's broke dick, man. He's got a black and white TV.
Exactly.
It's like, really? That's what makes our friendship a black and white TV?
Yeah. Jhen's family said they're trying to move, but looking for a new house, but they can't because of the lockdown.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. No one's moving anywhere. Now, are they moving out of the city they're in?
Yeah, she didn't. She just said they were trying to look for another place. Yeah. VHF was the channel's the second through 13. Then UHF was above that, is what Happy Pappy said.
Yeah, that's what I remember. It's like ABC, NBC, and CBS were like, I don't know, let's just say 4, 6, and 12.
Right.
Respectively, whatever it was. And then UHF, at least in Milwaukee, was like channel 18 and there was one other, I don't know, off the wall public, crappy, boring school or whatever station that was somewhere up in the 20s or something like that. No one ever put that one on, but
Right.
yeah, and the better shows were actually on local Milwaukee programming on channel 18, like Shock Theater and Dr. Cadaverino and all that crap, man. You got, All-Star Wrestling back then. Yeah, this is before all that stuff hit the networks.
Right.
So, yeah, TV really sucked way back when. It really, in hindsight, when you look back on it, there might have been some good shows that you remember, but in the end, for what we have now, yeah, TV really sucked bad back then.
Oh, yeah.
But kids weren't really glued to the TV back then. Not really.
No.
No, they were more into, doing their homework or outside playing or doing stuff. Because once you passed pretty much after school hours, there wasn't much on for kids anyway. You got to the evening news, the national news with the Vietnam War and all that crap. Walter Cronkite and Huntley and Briggs and just all that stuff. And then after the news came mostly adult entertainment, Lawrence Welk and Hee Haw and, dramas and Ed Sullivan and bullshit like that, Bonanza and all that kind of crap. So it really wasn't geared for kids anyway. So,
Yeah.
at least from my recollection.
Hapsters, yeah, we have been watching the videos that Armadur Journey made over the past couple of days about the membership. So I finally went into it today and read up on it or looked into it. So I thought I'd ask people what they did, how they did it, what some of the things that they offered, different levels, and so we're at that thinking about point. We're not pulled the trigger or anything, but we're just thinking.
You can set your levels anywhere you want, doesn't matter, and then you can create your own emojis. So when somebody, let's say you set your opening level at, I don't know, 199 pesos, $4, just hypothetically.
Right.
Well, you can set up emojis that they'll get on their badge. They get the same emojis. They all get to use them when they come on your live. But you set up badges that they get, and every month that they stay, the badge changes. So you create an upward, up to the ultimate badge that you want. So here's your first month badge. Oh, here's your second month badge. Here's your third month, all the way up to the pinnacle of the ultimate one you want them to reach or something like that.
Right.
So that's something you can play around with if you want to look at that.
Yeah.
Like for mine, my lowest level, the first badge you get for the first month as a member is a cake. Second one is a couch.
Right.
I don't know why. Don't ask me. And then so on and so forth. I won't reveal the other ones, but
right. Yeah. I just started looking at it tonight, and I was trying to come up with interesting names for the levels, and
yeah, you can do whatever you want.
I was looking at it before my wife did, so she would come back and tell me, hey, that's crazy, but I wanted to make it kind of funny, if you will, and not too boring or anything like that.
Yeah, you can ham it up and do whatever you want and have fun with it. Yep.
Now, when you put your perks and stuff in there, it shows that you got to send it all to YouTube, and they're going to approve it or not. And it's kind of weird. They'll tell you, yes, you can do this, and no, you can't do that. And I know, like, some of people's perks is you have a private chat that only your members can go to, or.
Yep, and we saw that, and it's like, well, what the hell is that? Who does that? I don't know. So we just bypassed that. We're like, okay, that's cool if I ever decide I need to use that, but we didn't see a need for that.
Right.
We just bypassed it. It was like, yeah, I'm going to go do a private chat with 4 other people. Really?
Right. Yeah.
Or you can upload videos that only your members can see, all kinds of crap like that. And I was like, well, who would do that? Unless you're an elitist type of club or membership where you're showing things that only your membership understands and gets off on, whatever that might be. Right. Outside of that, I was like, I don't get it. What's the point?
Right.
I was trying to think of how that would work, but I couldn't come up with none. I'm like, I don't need none of that crap. So I left it alone. I just skipped over it.
Yeah. Happy Pappy says he seen some of the channels once they started doing the membership that the channels went downhill, the LS chat. But yeah, it's weird. If I do it, the different levels or whatever, I want to do a little extra for whatever if they decide to do that. But I want to look and find out what people are doing and how hard.
Now, see, we did take it to an extension. So for the members that we do have, they all have one of these cool mugs.
There you go.
On both sides.
Very cool.
On the next level, and several people have these. See, all black mug. But when I fill it with hot water, boiling hot water, you'll see that the cup turns white, and you'll see that logo appear along with your name. Your name on one side and my logo on the other side when you fill it with hot water. Have you ever seen that?
I haven't seen one. Now, have
really?
You had to ship any of those to America?
Nope. Ray carried 8 of them with her.
Oh, okay, so she'll ship them out?
Yep. She'll mail them from there because although I could from here, I don't know that they'll ever get out of the country based on how mails. Now, pre-COVID times, it wasn't so much of a problem. But now mail's moving so sporadically, if it's moving at all. It's now you can move it here within the country.
Yeah.
That's okay, but moving it out of the country, I don't know. I have no idea. No clue. If it's just you don't know. Plus, it's more expensive. International mail rates versus domestic mail rates, so it won't be that expensive for her to ship over there.
Right. Yeah.
Plus, we feature. Hold on. We also give our members. I'll put my phone down here for a minute.
Hey, Wallace Live, welcome.
We give our members one of these.
There you go. Awesome.
I can't get it the right way here.
Yeah. There it is.
There, can you see that?
Yeah.
And these aren't that expensive to make
Right.
or have made. They're not the greatest, but it's kind of like a novelty.
Right. It's cool.
That's one side. There we go. I couldn't get my phone to turn around and do it right. So that's like the left side of the mask, and that's the right side. So you get advertising, I guess, if you want to call it that. People go, who the hell is that all over your face? Oh, you don't know about that idiot? Let me tell you about him. Don't subscribe to him, whatever you do. There you go. Plus, we have T-shirts at another level. I mean, they're pretty nice. And then I haven't gotten my ball cap yet, and it's because I'm still in the production phase of it because it hasn't turned out the way I wanted it to. But I got a lot of confidence in this one guy because he puts in the computer, and then the machines sew it based on the image in the computer. And he's tried a couple runs on it, and it wasn't perfect. But it's being worked out because I want a pure, nice stitched, almost like NFL gear type, with my logo on it. I don't want some crap, just some ironed on piece of crap sticker.
Right.
So, and of course the hat has to be quality, and then the stitching has to be quality. So let me show you what happens with this cup. Can you see it? Let me know if it goes out of view because I'm on a bad angle. Can you see the cup?
I see it, yeah.
Is it in full view?
Mostly, yeah. You're out now. You're back.
No, I'm out.
Out. Yeah. You're
Out.
In. You're good right there.
All right, watch this.
All right. It won't be a naked lady, will it?
It might.
Maybe.
You still got it in full view?
Yeah. Full view. Wow. Here it comes. See Wanda. There it is. Wish for Wanda. Pretty cool.
Is that cool or what?
Yeah. That is cool. It's awesome.
So that's what we give our members and again, we don't have a lot of members. We don't care if we get them or not. But we give them something. And then see the handle pretty much stays black.
It's cool.
But yep. She left that behind because she wanted me to drink my coffee out of that every day.
Right.
So she took 8 of them back because there's eight other people's names, and I won't shout them out. Some of them like to remain anonymous or whatever, so she'll mail those from the States.
Right.
Got the little YouTube button there, and on that side, almost 3D style. So it's kind of cool. It's a little cheesy, but it's something that we ship out and say, hey, appreciate you. Kind of like that.
Right.
And to get that done here versus getting it done in the States, no contest. Very cheap to get it done here.
Right.
So it is what it is. And then when you hit our big membership, then you get to hang out with the big half-gallon boys here.
Yeah. You get some arm tools with that, huh?
But you got to come over here to get that. I'm not shipping that to you.
Yeah. Oh man.
So it's just something, when you're bored, you're thinking of things to do, and that's kind of what we came up with, and we went and priced it and figured out, okay, we can do that, we can afford that, that's not that expensive, and yada yada yada. So that's what we're doing. So now, let's see. Hold on, I'll show you something.
Yeah.
What did I do with that? Okay, here we go. This is funny. This can't possibly be entertainment for anyone that's in the chat room.
Right.
So I hope I'm not destroying your channel, Bill.
Oh no, you're fine.
So now this is how we have to walk around Manila.
There you go.
You have to have a mask and you have to have a face shield.
Right. Now you're set.
So now all we're waiting for is for them to come out and mandate that we need, those plutonium suits or something like that, nuclear suits or some shit like that.
The next level. Oh,
Luke, I am your father. Well, it's not exactly Darth Vader, but it's damn close, man. It's a clear Darth Vader. Luke, I am your father. How stupid is that?
I showed my wife today. I said, Mercy, they're starting to wear the shields down here with the mask. And I showed her, like, all these people that were riding around on their motorcycles. They had their shield and their mask on. But the law here is that you got to wear a helmet. And you got to wear shoes and not slippers when you're on the motorcycle.
That's always been a law, but they've never enforced it. I heard they were supposed to do that. They've been doing it recently, but that's always been a law, but they don't enforce that shit.
Exactly. And so they don't wear the helmet or the shoes, but now they're wearing the mask and the plastic when they're riding around on the motorcycle. I'm like, pick and choose which laws you want to follow today. Yeah. Super cool. Oh man. Yeah, you guys get Tropical Tim right up on your the visor instead of it saying face shield.
No, I know. This is a new one that she bought just before she left. She says, "Here's your face shield. Make sure you wear it."
There you are.
So this is how I go out now. Now they don't even say, "Hey Joe," they can't tell who the hell I am.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's good stuff. Maybe I should wear my son's Spider-Man face mask when I go out.
Love. Hey, Hapsters. Come on over. This is how you're going to look.
There it is.
Scary, huh?
Cool, yeah?
I'm kind of looking like a predator, eh?
Well, you got, with your sunglasses, you got the double protection there from getting it in your eyes or whatever. I told my wife today, my regular glasses are about as big as that visor, so I think
this will really inhibit your ability to slam beers at any location you stop off at.
Oh man. Yeah,
So that's what's up.
that fun looks like. Hatsters, what are you cooking for breakfast over there? I don't know, probably got something going by now, right? Yeah, the helmet law, they don't
I'm
enforce
alive.
too much here.
They don't enforce nothing. You still see a couple with three of their kids, their kids on the bike. It's just flip flops all the way around, no safety gear, no nothing, and I don't know how I feel about it. You know, as far as if I walked up and I'm just cruising on a walkie-talkie, oh look at that family, half of them are dead because they got wiped out and hit by something bigger than them, and none of them, not a terrible hit, but enough because none of them were wearing anything. I've seen them cruise around here barefoot. Yep. And it's like, wow, whatever. And now, are these the strongest motorbikes on the road? Absolutely not. But are they quick enough to do some damage? Absolutely. When you're talking about a human body versus concrete and steel,
Right.
speed has nothing to do with it. Doesn't take much speed to mangle flesh and bones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, crack that skull open.
Yep. Twisted, busted legs, all kinds of good crap, all kinds of fun for the whole family. And that's how they travel. And you just shake your head, man. Here they come, and you're just looking at them. There's like 5 people on a motorcycle. You're like, unbelievable.
The most I've seen so far here on one motorcycle, not a tricycle, but a motorcycle, was 9 people. They call it an airplane. They'll take boards and stick it out like it's wings, and people will sit out from the boards there. They'll sit outward. So they had 9 people on one little motorcycle.
That's
Usually you'll see
unbelievable.
that up in the mountain area and stuff.
Oh, sure.
So, like, wow.
Yeah, and you and I aren't going to change that. So I don't even try to, but there's laws in place, but the problem is they don't have enough people to enforce them. The police that they have, they're regular hardcore police, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
They're busy frying and looking for bigger fish in the bigger sectors of the city or cities. They could give a damn what happens down here in Tondo or out in the province or whatever. Nobody really cares,
Yeah.
because there's enough activity already going on in the bigger city where they're from, where they're working at, and they don't have to branch out so much.
Right. Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Down in Davao is the only place that I've seen that really is on top of the laws. And I got pulled over many years ago when I was here in Davao for not having a seatbelt on. And,
yeah, but isn't that where Duterte's from?
Yeah, that's where he's from. Yeah. So,
Well, that might have something to do with it.
They have, everybody's wearing their helmets. Everybody's wearing shoes. After I got pulled over for my ticket, I tried to go pay my ticket. So I went to the courthouse, and they wouldn't let me in because I didn't have pants. I didn't have shoes. I had shorts on and slippers. So they wouldn't let me
you
in.
can't do that. You go to any administrative building here. I don't care where you're at. Yeah, you kind of gotta get a little bit more business-like for look to yourself. There are enough places that will shoo you away for being in sandals, flip-flops, shorts, whatever. You just got to know where you're going. If it sounds like it's kind of civil authority related, you probably want to look the more business part as much as possible. Anything after that doesn't matter. Go, come as you are. But see, but even up here, now if you're cruising Makati or Edza or the main big huge drags and all that stuff, you better be in the right garb, full shoes, pants, all that stuff. But once you drift away from that, which is not far, slightly, and I don't know where the line of demarcation is, but you see everyone, like I said, you'll see them riding without even flip-flops. Not that it matters, but it's not that far off the main drag, and nobody gives a damn what's going on on the side streets. The big boulevards where it's touristy or there's more of an image they want to uphold, or yada yada yada, you have to dress the part there. But anywhere else in the Philippines, less Davao maybe, not so much.
Right. Yeah, it's Happy Pappy. Yeah, it's his daughter that is the mayor down there now. So I think she pretty much runs it like her dad did. So
she's being initially tabbed as potential replacement for him. Don't know if that's true, if that'll happen. Another one is Marcos Jr. Duterte and him are real tight, and they're looking at him as possible replacement, when that time comes. So kind of already lining up the stars, I don't get involved with it. I just kind of listen and shake my head and like, really? Okay, cool.
That's what I tried to tell some, the foreigners that I've came in contact with that are living here. It's like, you can get kicked out of this country if you're causing a riffle with the politicians and all that kind of stuff. I've looked it up and read about people being kicked out for like small stuff. They did a story on this and was talking about the government. Next thing you know, they're out. Hey, you don't have to be here. You're here on a
I actually learned that a long time ago. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me how a snot-nosed punk kid in the Navy over here in the third world country deployed was able to retain some of the information that were telling us on a ship. And it would, because you always get information before you pull into a port. Places to go, places that are off limits, you can't go. And you're talking about red light districts where sailors typically get rolled, or this or that, or hot spots. But anyway, currency exchanges, all kinds of stuff, restaurants, everything. But they would always talk about the political part of it, and they really harped on it whenever we came to the Philippines, saying, do not, under any circumstances, get into any conversations regarding Filipino politics. And that, for some reason, that always stuck with me. And I have been approached, sitting in circles, drinking Filipino tagay, one style, one glass, passing it around. And they would, I remember way back when they were asking about how I felt about Marcos. And this whole situation when that was unraveling, because I was here when he got ousted in February of '86. The bases were on lockdown and all that stuff. So once that was over and I'd come here to Tondo, and even before that, I would get queried now and again from neighbors of Ray's mom and her family when we're sitting around having a drink or something like that, and I just skipped it. I said, I have no comment. I have no clue what's going on. I don't want. Let's pour another drink. I just kind of bullshitted my way out of it and moved on. And I was young back then, very young. young to middle 20s. So luckily I was able to avoid it. And did I really have an opinion anyway? Probably not a lot. Not a lot. I didn't understand world affairs, but only to a certain level. I certainly didn't understand Filipino politics.
Right.
But yes, the advice is for any Western to come over here, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth and keep it shut. Do not say anything, because you might be sitting around a group of 8 people that totally agree with you, but it only takes one that's outside that circle, or could be in that circle, that absolutely despises what you said and can make problems for you. So keep your mouth shut. Don't say a word. Stay out of Philippine politics. They're going to do what they're going to do. Just don't give an opinion. And there's YouTubers right now, and I could mention them easily, that are very opinionated. I'm like, you stupid son of a bitch. Are you dumb or what?
Yeah. But if they find you,
risking so much. Yep.
Right. And Happy Bappy said I was going to take a run for president. Nope, not me. He said they either kick you out or you're found dead somewhere.
Yep, just stay out of it. Just change the subject, move away, buy a beer, buy him some food, do something, but just get out of the conversation immediately. Don't even try to be hypothetical. Don't try to be worldly. You got an opinion, that's fine. Just keep it to yourself. This is not the place to talk about it.
Exactly. John Baker, welcome.
Hey, John Baker, what's happening?
Hello to you.
What's happening, man? What's happening?
Yeah, I definitely stay. I talked to my wife and my wife's father about political, what I believe, all that kind of stuff. But it's just, we're not out. We're not out and about and in public. Just here.
Now, I'll voice an opinion about legislation that might be passed down that affects me, or rules or something like that. I'll say something about that to somebody. Well, I think that's kind of sucks, or it's too bad that we have to drive on the other side, the opposite side of the road, on Saturdays and Sundays. That's just a stupid hypothetical. I might say something like that, like, well, I kind of disagree with that. Doesn't mean I'm mingling in their politics. It just means some new legislation came down, and I'm saying whether I think that's a good idea or that's a bad idea. It has nothing to do with it. But when you start taking sides, watch out. Watch out.
Definitely agree with that.
Who are you for? Mayor this, or this guy that's running against him? Hey, can I get another beer? Just change the subject.
The Hatsters has got to get out of here. She's got a 12-hour shift today.
Have a good day. Have a good day, SB. 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 Have a good day. Love, love, love.
We'll see you later, Mama Hatster.
Have a nice walk on the beach after work. Because I know that's what she's going to do. She always does.
12 hours and then hits the beach. Huh?
Yep.
Yeah. Wish we had a beach a little bit closer. I gotta try to sneak on one.
I'm trying to open up a resort. I want to buy one that's failing, either up in Subic Bay in Barra Barreto, or I'm not sure, somewhere. One that just is gonna go for a song. But I'm gonna rename it. I'm gonna call it Sun Over Beach. Like the sun over the beach. Sun over beach. What do you think?
It'd be trendy.
Where you going? Sunover Beach.
Right.
Where were you? I was at Sunover Beach.
Yeah. But one thing that I've noticed is like, well, they're all called like some type of resort or whatever. But if you like try to find one, you like try to Google it, find out where it is. It's like each island pretty much has one that has the same name at each island. Like the one I like going to here is called Cocoa Beach. And I've been to Cocoa Beach back in Florida, but here, in Mindanao area, the Cocoa Beach, then there's one, and Luzon, there's Cocoa Beach, and it's like
Yep.
I'm trying to figure out which that says it's 800 miles away. What's going on with that? That kind of thing. So, like if they catch a name and they like it, like people all over the place got the same name.
I mean, I had no idea. I was at the Tiki Bar here in Manila, and it's a nice bar. It is nice. It's not like it's a cool hangout place. Put it that way. It has nothing to do with girls or nothing like that. It's just a really cool hangout place. Much to my surprise, in Palawan, there's a bar outside of Puerto Princesa. Well, it's in Puerto Princesa, but it's on the outskirts. And it's called the Tiki Bar. And that place rocks, man. I did a video on it. It's been a while. And I never got that many views on it. And nobody knew me back then, kinda. I think that was the problem. And it's a short video. It's like, 5-6 minutes. But it had a live band. They let me in there and let me vlog it all. The beer was so cold. I show the San Miguel when the bartender brings it to me at the bar, and you can see the ice melting and the smoke from the ice, you know what I mean, in the air. It's just so cool. And it was a really nice place. I'm like, well, I'm gonna check out every tiki bar if I ever run any more into some other islands. So that astounded me. I was like, and there's a tiki bar in Angeles City too. That's more divey. A little more divey. A little more divey.
Yeah. John Baker said he's only been to a bar here one time out of the 6 times that he's been to the Philippines. In this area, there's not like a lot of bars. There's probably like 1 or 2 in this area. Usually I go to a place that's up on the side of the mountain and get drinks there or whatever and sit out, and it overlooks the entire town, and it's kind of nice. Sit there and chill, but sometimes they have live bands on the weekends, but they've been closed since all this went down and have
so I was going to ask you before you said live bands, is it really a bar or is it just a stopover place?
Well, it's got food. It's not, they got like a little bar area, but it's not, I think in the mornings they do coffees, fancy coffees and stuff. And
see, people would probably be really surprised about me. I'm sure, because they know, but I am not, nor have I ever been any kind of a barfly. I'm just not. I appreciate walking into a nice club. If I do, that's fine. But I don't go out of my way. I don't look for them. I don't care. There's beer at sorry stores along the way or whatever. I don't really give a damn. The bar, I passed that stage a long time ago. If I happen into one because I'm in a unique place, a touristy place, or this place supposedly has a reputation, it's a great, all right, let's go check it out and have a beer or two. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But I don't run out to go to the bars. Now, pre-COVID times, I would go once a month up to Angeles and run with a couple of my older shipmates from in the past. We'd go out and have dinner, yada yada yada, and then we'd go and run the strip on Walking Street. Just having drinks and having a good time and yada yada yada. Sometimes Ray would go with me. At least half or more of the times. Sometimes she didn't want to make the trip. But she knew, and I'd crash at my buddy's house. They both got their own girls and all that. One has a kid and the other has 2 kids. When Ray and I would go up, we'd just get a hotel there. So it's fun, but that's a different kind of thing. It's just really hanging out with buds than going to the same damn clubs. You know what I mean? And they do it all the time. That's why they live up there. So they enjoy it, but it's like, nah, I'm not so into that. But if it's a place that I heard about, it's on the brochure or people talk about, say, I might stop by there and check that out. But I ain't hanging out there all day. You know, I have a couple. That's pretty cool. It's nice, whatever. And I'm out. No big deal. So, yeah, I'm not a bar fly. Just never really appealed to me. When I was younger, of course, no problem, but not so much anymore. I just, nah. There's better adventures away from the bars, believe it or not.
The place, you know, when you were doing your 10 questions and you guys got a signal and you were across the street from a place, and you said there was like different areas in there. That looked actually like a pretty nice place.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Too far.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 restaurants in there.
Wow.
8. None of them serve alcohol.
Wow.
Nope. So it's just it's 4 up and 4 down, different restaurants. That's what it was.
Okay.
I had no idea. It looked to us like we were transmitting clear when we got there. And then when I watched the replay, I was like so embarrassed. I was like, oh my God, that thing is so butchered. Yeah, we got through it, but I was like, I didn't know it was that bad. But it turned out Globe was shut off the whole night. We didn't even know it. That was so funny. But anyway, yeah, that's a pretty, for Tondo, yeah, that's a pretty good place.
Yeah.
Now, there are bars here in Tondo. There are. But you don't want to go in one.
That nice, huh? Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
The odds of you coming out are slim to none, and Slim just left town.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not good. Do not. You can come to Tondo. That's fine. Do not ever go into a club. And they're clubs here, if you want to call it that. They're bars. There's no signage. There's no light. There's no neon. There's no one standing outside vectoring you to come in. No, you just kind of walk in. You know it's there. It could be somebody's house. As far as the entrance, there is no signage, no graffiti of any kind that tells you, no indication that it's a bar. When you walk in, oh shit, it's a bar. But you don't want to go in those. Not a good idea. No. I don't even go in those. I've been in them, but I don't go in those. No. Not good. Not good. So, for all you that were planning your vacation here to Tondo, stay out of the bars. Well, you wouldn't find them anyway unless you fell into one accidentally or someone took you to one. Get out. Just, don't go to one.
There you go. Yeah, like you were saying, though, some of the resorts and stuff, I figured I'd be seeing them for sale pretty cheap. I told my wife to keep her ears open in case somebody offers something.
There's still time.
Crazy,
There's the reports I'm getting out of Angeles, and I'm not somebody that sits on my couch and eats cake and professes to know things, but the latest that I've heard is, yes, there's more than several that say for sale or for rent. What does that tell you?
Yeah.
Yeah, only the wealthy can sustain and get through this, but without sex pats and tourist dollars up there, even if they open now, they're only going to get a sniff of local dollars from expats, not that much.
Right.
Because not all the expats are coming to your place. They're going to spread out. If Walking Street opens, and it's not open.
Right.
But even if they open it today, nobody's coming in the country. So
Right.
it's going to be slim pickings. Who's going to pay for the electric? Who's going to pay for the girls to be there, to entertain and dance and whatever? Who's going to pay for the AC? It's not going to work. Not going to happen.
Right.
So even if they open them up, until they allow tourists in here from all different parts of the world, because up there, you'll see them from all parts of the world, they ain't going to make it. They ain't going to make it. But now a small little bullshit resort somewhere,
Mhm.
to me, that would be the ticket to get ready to swoop in and grab it if things get back to normal. Nobody's coming in here, I believe, just the way I have come to understand how the Philippine government works. And I'm not saying this is how it's going to happen, but I think this is how it's going to happen. And this is a pretty educated guess. Nobody's getting in here that's a non-Filipino national until they have a vaccine that works. They're just not going to let nobody in.
Right.
They don't want to be responsible for reigniting the bug, whatever you want to call it, by through foreign nationals coming in and bringing it with them. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
They're going to guard against that quite a bit.
I have a friend that is, he's been planning to come over here. He was actually, we were ready to buy the ticket and get him booked to get over here when all this broke out. So he's been like, you know, like he's seen all the places that we were going and all of the stuff. Like, man, I've been dying to get over there. And yeah, I told him I have no idea when it's going to be now. And we were going to have our kids, or my oldest two boys, come over here during their well, my second oldest is still in high school, and we were going to have him come during his summer break to come spend the summer with us. But you know, we weren't able to do that. We're going to have his older brother bring him. But yeah. Okay.
Well, right now, the only ones they're allowing in are, well, they're letting Philippine nationals, Filipinos, period, their
Right.
spouses, their children, as applicable.
Mhm.
But here's the deal. Now the spouse and the children have to secure visas ahead of time to come in. They still have to go through the quarantine protocol.
Right.
It's going to cost a shit ton of money.
Right.
I mean, a shit ton of money,
Mhm.
because they got to pay for the test. They think they did something cool by moving it from 3 to 5 day quarantine, waiting the test results, down to 2 or 3 days. It's like, really, what's the big deal about that?
Right.
You're going to have to pay for the lodging. And if you're positive, you go into another hotel for a 14-day quarantine and get monitored, and you have to pay for that.
Right.
Who's going to do that?
Right.
And even if they could get in, they're going to be on a waiting list, because guess who gets priority? OFWs. And there's tens of thousands of OFWs that have lost their jobs overseas that they're still trying to repatriate back here to the Philippines. It's going to be a long time, unless something dramatically changes. It's going to be a long time till the average Joe, to use a loose term, gets in here. Yeah, it's going to be a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I told my
They're
wife.
just not going to. They're not going to roll the dice and take the chance. They're not going to do it. It's just going to be so hard. And again, even if you are lucky to get a seat on a plane,
Right.
look what you got to go through to get here.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Right. Yeah.
And then when you get here, you got to go through all that crap, and it's like, oh my god! It's just look what it took for Ray to get out here, and then look what it took for Tom Patrick and his wife to get out of here. Holy crap! How bizarre! Just bizarre.
Right.
Thousands of dollars, thousands. Not counting the plane ticket. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that something political? Is it a money grab? I don't know this. I don't know, but it's so bizarre to move around right now. You think you're locked down just because you're in a MECQ or a GCQ or an MGCQ. We really are locked down.
Right.
It's hard to move around.
Right. Yeah, my sister asked me last month or during the lockdowns, there was some stuff going on at home, and she wanted me to come back to handle it and stuff. I said, you don't understand. I'm in such a lockdown that I can't even leave this town, much less come back to America right now. There's no way I can get there. So
you couldn't even get up here to meet somebody in Manila at the airport.
Exactly.
Nope. I know you can't. Just like I couldn't come down there and spend a weekend with you and Mercy. I can't. I have to go through 9 planes of hell just to get on a plane or a boat and come down here and see you guys. Yep. That's how difficult it is to move around here right now.
And we had booked tickets to go to Cebu, and we bought them. Fortunately, they were during their big sale. Air Cebu has sometimes, and those tickets pretty much went to waste. They said we could rebook it later, but they were only $20-some or with the sale or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's no big deal.
Yeah, not a problem.
I'm still waiting on $300 from AirAsia from when we were supposed to fly to Taiwan for our balikbayan back in end of March. We were supposed to fly 31st, come back on the 1st of April, but boom, locked us down. They said I might get it back somewhere around Christmas. I'm like, you're lying. No, I'm not. You're lying. I'll be shocked if it happens by then. They said it's 120 days at least, sir. I'm like, so what are you telling me? Can I get interest on that? You're AirAsia, for Christ's sake. Give me my money.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's $300.
We got out and did that Balabayan visa run. I mean,
you made it just in time.
Just in time. Yeah, you couldn't.
Yeah, I'm up against the clock again. September 3rd, my clock runs out again. So somewhere toward the end of August here, I got to run back over to immigration and pay another $300 for 6 months.
Right.
Which is no big deal, but
we're having that conversation. What do we want to do? That was our plan per year, to just run out of the country, pop back in, and not a big deal. Spend the money.
Why are you doing that? Why doesn't she petition you for your 13A?
Right. That's probably what we're going to have to do now. But we were seeing it as an opportunity, if you will. There's different places that we wanted to go anyway, so we thought, just do the Balabayan, and we take the money.
You can do that, yeah. But see, you can do that on a 13. You can do that on a 13A also.
Right. Yeah, we got to start looking into that because February. But
you don't want the SRV. You can't afford it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I have to.
That would kill you. You don't want that.
I have to start looking at actually getting a Philippine driver's license too.
Does she have dual citizenship?
Yeah. Her and the kids all have dual.
Well, then she can petition you on your 13A. It's real easy. It's so simple. And then you're gonna have to pay like $11,000 your first year, and you'll be put on a year probation. Even though you've been here 10 years, it doesn't matter. You automatically go on a 1-year probation, and then the second year, or after that first year, you go back, you pay another $10,000, and you're golden. You got your 13A, and then you only pay not much, a few hundred pesos a year.
Now, when you have that, can you leave the country?
Yep. You don't even. She doesn't even need to be with you.
Okay. Because that was always, we thought, one or both of us would be running back to America when we need to.
You can do that if you got a 13A or an SRRV. Yes, you're considered the holder of a permanent resident visa. Now, we say that, but with the COVID right now, why do you think I'm sitting here? My wife's in Texas.
Exactly.
Because if I would have went, even though I can come back in on a balikbayan and all that, there's no guarantee.
Right. Yeah,
I was not ready to go back to the States and pick up the pieces and start all over there again, which in essence, if I can't get back here, I would have to do that.
Right.
I would have to do that. I'd have to get a place, get a car, yada, yada, yada. I don't have to go to work, but I'm just saying I would have to start that process over again. And that would have put me over the top. That would have made me so mad.
Right.
Because we already committed to this. So as regrettable as it is that I can't be there for my daughter on her wedding day, at least Ray is, and my sons are there. So I'm okay with that. I've sacrificed worse than this.
Right.
It is what it is. I couldn't take the risk of not being allowed to come back in here. And we already have our plans here where she can go back and forth. The worst thing she's up against is she might have to wait a little while to get back in, but she's going to get back in.
Yeah. Now, does she have both passports?
Yeah.
Okay. And my wife's passport, I think her Philippine passport is expired.
I don't think that matters. She can get that renewed either here or in the States. Just go to a consulate. And you guys are from Indiana, so Chicago, there's a big hub, or as a big hub services the Midwest area there. There's a Philippine consulate there.
Well, we've been there many times. That's where we got her dual citizenship.
Oh, so you know about it? Yeah, she can renew it there. Yeah, at worst case scenario, if she went back to the States for, I don't know, a visit or whatever.
Right.
So I don't think that'd be so bad.
Yeah.
Was there anyone else that wants to come up? I'm gonna step aside and let somebody else come up and sing or whatever they want to do.
Sing.
I'm sure they've heard enough of me.
Yeah. But I was probably going to get off here anyway, so appreciate you coming up. And
didn't mean to take up all your time, or.
Oh no, you're perfectly fine. Always a pleasure having you on here, Chuck.
My pleasure. When I'm a guest, absolutely my pleasure. So I will see you again soon. And
all right, see you.
next time I'm going to see Mercy swing away with that 10-pound sledgehammer. I'm like, I hope when I'm watching that video, I'm like, I hope he tells her to take a whack at it.
I don't know if she can even lift it. I might.
Well, that's what I wanted to see. Get it over her head, and then it probably makes her do a somersault in the road. You know, it just takes her with it. All right, Bill. I'll see you later.
All right. See you next time. Good to see you.
Absolutely. You too.
Take care, man. Hey, oh, look at there. Sorry I didn't see you sooner there, Scott Expat. Let's see. Oh, there you are. What's happening? What's going on? How's your It's pretty late there too, right? You're a couple hours in front of us, aren't you?
Yeah, we're about 2:30 now here.
Okay.
2:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Just sort of pop in and say hello.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, I was about to go down and start heading for that bed myself. So.
Yeah, it's been a long time, mate. But I've been busy doing. Not easy when you. Well, but I mean, not easy. I said, you know, I got to look after mum and I got to look after this little fella. And Arlene's been off a couple of days this week with no work.
Yeah.
Due to stage 4 lockdown here, hard. Can only go out for a walk for an hour. And what else? Hardly any of the shops are open. The big shops like Big W, Kmart, and Westfield, and all that, they're all shut down. The alcohol shops are open. Centrelink are closed. But, you know, your main grocery stuff is open still, which is good. But we can't go any more than 5K out of our own area, out of here. So we have border patrol, like all the New South Wales, Queensland borders, South Australian border, WA, all closed down. Won't let anyone in there and won't let anyone out. But up the road here in Summary, Gisborne South, they got like a patrol border. Same with Melton and Princess Highway going up to New South Wales just before, I think, what is it? Marbel, before, not Marbel is in New South Wales. Just before the border, there's like a border check. So, you know, you can't get out and you can't get in. But I don't know why this is coming. But, you know, we're doing all right. I'm just living life the way normally. Yeah, I think if you live life normally and take one day at a time, and just take it easy and do the right thing, wear your mask when you go out and wash your hands and look after yourself. You ain't got to stress, you know.
Right.
There's a few arrogant people out there, but a young 20-year-old passed away yesterday. We've still got problems with the aged care and stuff like that because I think there's been about 40 deaths since. And those that are looking after them caught it too. So, you know, I hate to be in their shoes, but it's not good, mate. It's not good. But I think the new norm will be they'll start when they reopen like sandwich bars and stuff like that. There'll be masks and gloves to tend to your food. And I think if the airlines open up, whether it be domestic or international, it'll be basically the stewardess will probably clean the toilets and that after everybody's used it, and probably the food and preparation will all be done with masks and gloves. You know, they go up the aisle.
Right.
Yeah, it's all. I think, you know, we'll see a different side of things, definitely, but the way I don't think airlines will take off until probably after Christmas next year. But that's the way it goes, mate, unfortunately. Can't do much about it.
Yeah. Well, Scout, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. My wife is yelling for me she's softly yelling for me to come to bed. So.
That Roseville. Yeah. I'll just say one thing. I'm nearly finished that shout out video.
Hey.
You guys are on it. I have resubscribed to your channel too, by the way. and the hamsters and shooting star. But anyway, I'm going to let you go, mate. You take
All
care.
right.
Look after yourself.
All right.
Okay.
Well, you take care, and hopefully everything goes good over there, and hopefully you get to come back soon.
Yeah,
And,
looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I was
So
talking to Bruce Davis just before, so we'll catch up with them later. But yeah, take care, mate, and have a good night and enjoy. And good night to everybody out there.
All right. We'll see you next time. Scott
No
Expat.
problems, mate. I'll be back.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, we gonna go ahead and end it before I get in trouble here. So thank you guys for coming out. Everybody that came on, everybody in the chatting with us. Too many to name right now, but appreciate everybody. Thank you for any ideas that you might have gave me for the membership deal and also farming. I know when we get expat prepper on here, we're always talking about the Philippine farm there. So again, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to check out our latest video. We try to put one out a day at least, and then we try to get on here and do some live streams occasionally. We never know when we're going to be able to, so I don't plan them too far in advance. But try to get this laptop looked at for the sound quality. But thank you guys for checking out the Rileys. Till next time, we'll see you then. Bye.